Live. Happy Wednesday, everybody. I am probably the most excited I have ever been to talk about this topic today. And it started here this morning because I had a topic in mind, but then I pivoted about an hour ago because me and Matt were recording some videos on protecting people basically after you buy the house. So today we're going to open it up for a big Q&A, and we're going to go live on protecting people on what happens after you buy the house, right? Because it just dawned on me. I was like, everybody's talking about preparing people for like pre-approvals, what loan to get, your interest rate, your payments. But then it's like after the loan's done and the people buy the house and move in, what about the after, right? What about the maintenance of the home and stuff? So I was like, this is a perfect topic. So let's start with this. I would say the first thing that happens right after you buy a house is you move in, right? You get everything organized and scheduled. And then what starts right away is you're going to start to get solicited in your mailbox by a lot of different companies. The ones that I've been hearing a lot of my customers tell me about, first one is they're going to get like some home warranty companies that are going to try to sell them these home warranty plans that usually they don't need. So be aware of those. They usually come in like little postcards like this, and or mortgage companies disguising themselves as basically your lender now, and we're here to get you a lower rate. But it's like, we just bought a house. We don't need to refinance. So be aware. A lot of online lenders are going to start soliciting you, trying to get you to refinance for barely a lower rate and tack on a bunch of fees. So the number one thing you can do right here to protect yourself is call the lender that did your loan, right? Because you probably still like and trust them, at least I hope so, and say, hey, I just got this in the mail from this lender. What's up with this? Because I get these calls all the time because I proactively tell my clients about it. And I say, well, what did they send you? And then I say, no, that is not something you should be doing right now. We just closed on your house. Refinancing makes no sense. So a lot of times it's literally these home warranty people, and it's mortgage lenders that have bought your information from the credit bureaus, and they're trying to cross solicit you. So if you get anything weird, go to your lender, go to your realtor, say, hey, I got this. Is this spam or junk? And a lot of times I'm just telling them, yeah, throw that in the garbage, right? So that's like the first thing that's going to come at you, right? The second thing, I would highly advise you to set up your utilities on auto pay, right? Don't forget to pay your water bill. Don't forget to pay your garbage bill, and set up your electric, gas, all your utility services on an auto pay schedule. That way you don't miss anything, and then it's kind of like a set it and forget it. Another thing is I definitely recommend setting up your mortgage payment on auto pay as well, okay? Because if you miss a mortgage payment where you go past 30 days due, not only will it smack your credit score and drop it, it'll prevent you possibly from refinancing. So make sure your payments get set up on time, and you can set these up around when maybe you get paid. You don't like have to pay it on the first of every month, right? Let's say you get paid on the 15th and you want to set up your mortgage payment on the 15th. That's cool too. I mean, there's just ways you can set up when your payments come out. Because if you get busy and forget, you just don't want to miss a payment, right? It's so important. So I really recommend that. And then another thing, okay, is now that you've bought in a house, or let's say when you buy a house, set up an annual mortgage review with your lender, okay, or any lender. It doesn't have to be the one you close with. If you end up liking or trusting a different one in the future, set up an annual mortgage review. And what this is the lender should be able to walk through where your current rate's at in the current loan, and seeing where rates are at today, and maybe if there's a refinance opportunity. Number two, seeing if you have any cash out or home equity loan options, where maybe you need to renovate your house a little bit or repair it, or maybe you need some cash for some debt consolidation. This might be a good time for that. Third thing is you want to re-review your insurance. This is a big one. Okay. So a lot of people are paying attention to this one. Insurance has really changed a lot in America, right? And it's kind of going all over the place. And whoever you set up your insurance with when you bought your house, you don't have to technically stay with them. You can switch insurance companies at any time. And having your insurance looked at, because most people, when they bought their house, they set up taxes and insurance to be escrowed into their monthly payment, which I also highly recommend. Even if you don't have a choice or you do, that's so crucial to have your escrow account set up on your mortgage. So you don't have to worry about paying your taxes and insurance every year yourself out of pocket. It can be built into your monthly mortgage. But back to the insurance. It's possible you call 3 to 4 to 5 different insurance companies and you could save yourself on the insurance you're paying, like hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't know. You have to check into it. But have your insurance reviewed by other insurance companies and or give your insurance agent a shot at keeping your business and saying, is there anything you could help me with on my policies? And ultimately making sure you're properly insured. Okay. I've heard of some stories out there where somebody got insurance set up, they didn't get the right coverage, they file a claim on their house, and then certain things don't get covered and they should have had different insurance on their property. Or even on top of it, if you end up moving out of your house and moving into a different one, you got to let your insurance agent know that your insurance policy should now be a different type of policy. So that's why this annual review is so important as well. Okay. And then, on top of it, knowing that your property taxes can change any year, right? It's up to the counties and the mill levies, and they can change. Your property taxes can go up and down, even if you bought in your house and have owned it for years and years, which then could affect your payment. Very important, if you get anything in the mail from your county for your property taxes, maybe specials, maybe taxes have changed or insurance changes, you got to get those documents into your mortgage company or your bank that you're paying your payment to, whoever you're paying your monthly payment to. You got to get those, call them, say, hey, something's changed. I got to get you this information so you can update my mortgage, update my payment. And you're on top of it, you're on the ball with that, right? That's very crucial as well. All right. And, I would say to summarize, now that you've owned your house and maintained it, and from time to time, I haven't been the best at this, but one really cool thing, because your property is a investment. It's your biggest investment you'll ever have. It's very important to do stuff like changing out your furnace filters. Basically, what I'm going to talk about is staying on top of maintaining your big items on your house, right? Your AC unit, your furnace, your roof, right? Your electrical box. I mean, all the things that you might need to get maintenance from time to time. And I have a list for some of these things because I've had to do it myself. So if any of you guys have questions after this call or anything like that, or during it, I'd love to hear from you in a little bit here when we start the Q&A. But maintaining a home is so powerful because, you don't want to let something go and then now now you have to completely replace something and it costs you extra money. But being able to maintenance once a year or every 6 months on certain things on your house, it's important to get your furnace cleaned out, right? I think nowadays maybe a couple $100. You can hire an HVAC company. They'll clean out your ducts, get all the hair or dirt or whatever out of there, and then stay up on your furnace filters, right? Maybe have your roof looked at, have your gutters cleaned out, or you do it yourself. So important to keep your property up, because one day you'll probably sell the place and you don't want to be then stuck with a house that's got issues on it that you're sticking a bunch of money into that you could have prevented. So basically that maintenance on your house, I think is a not very talked about thing, right? Especially from the mortgage and real estate community per se. But, I also know that there's a lot of things that can come up from time to time. And just having these couple key things always set up for your house and your mortgage is so powerful. So I'd like to open it up now. Been talking for about 10, 15 minutes. I'd love to hear from anybody on here that might have any questions on after you buy a house. Maybe it's refinance questions, maybe it's maintenance questions, maybe it's upkeep, or maybe it's you've bought in a house and something's happened to you, right? That you're very aware about. Oh, that does remind me here. I want to share one more thing, okay? For anybody, this is probably one of the biggest nuggets on this call, on this live right here. This is one of the biggest things, one of the biggest scary things that can happen to people that buy a new construction. Okay? Let's talk about new construction. This is what we got to hear. When a mortgage lender is setting up your loan and setting up your escrow account, which is your insurance and taxes money that go into this account every month, a mortgage lender, bank or credit union, have to put in a number for your taxes and insurance. They'll get your insurance right. But when it comes to the taxes, if it's a brand new construction, the county and the title company aren't going to have the taxes yet probably assessed on that house. So it's only going to be the land only, which would be a real cheap amount. One of the biggest things I see, some scary stories that have happened to a lot of my clients that didn't use me up front. And I've heard these stories because I do this right. The lender they used just used the land because they don't have to use the higher assessed or the higher estimated amount that will be on a county's website. There's a national smart assess calculator, and or most of these websites you'll be able to use this higher amount. So what I'm saying is let's say you're building and buying a brand new construction home from a builder, and it's $450,000. Okay. And the taxes right now on the county's website is saying like something cheap, like $400 a year. Okay. $400 a year. That's really not truly what those property taxes are going to be. They're just not, because the county hasn't known yet that a house has been built. And once the county finds out, which they will after you buy it, that now there's a house on that land, they're going to now assess it for a full tax value. And that's what you're going to start paying your property taxes on. But what a lot of inexperienced lenders and a lot of mistakes that get made here, and a few other reasons why I don't want to say, is that they'll just start your escrow account and start your payments at the cheaper land amount. And then a year later, when the county assesses the taxes and sends you a bill and says, hey, you're short, you're like way off, like thousands of dollars off. Or now the mortgage company and the bank need to collect a couple $100 more a month on your payment that you weren't told, weren't aware of. This is really a huge miss and a ball drop by multiple people on that transaction that could have been caught. So the way I do it is I say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we're doing this loan setup here for you. We're going to close next month. What we should do is that we could either collect the land tax amount, which is cheap. You have a cheap payment for a year, but then it's going to completely raise on you. Or we can use the county's new construction calculator estimate, or this Smart Assess national property tax calculator, and collect that amount so that you're set up for success. So a year from now, you're not going to get hit with a behind tax amount, or your payment's not going to super duper shoot up because now you're short on your escrow account. This could be prevented. And I say, so let's do the higher amount so you're ready for that higher payment and you're used to it. So then hopefully next year you'll even maybe get a little bit of money back from your escrow account, called an escrow refund, instead of being short and owing money. This is how these things need to be done. And I hear a lot of times that a lot of lenders are out there are not doing this. And that's scary to me, because I think some clients don't even get told that that's happening. They think this is going to be their payment now forever, and then it's not. And then they feel like they kind of got duped. So this is where you need to protect yourself. If you're going to buy any new construction or be building a home, make sure your escrow account gets set up the right way, in my opinion. Okay. Let's open it up for some questions. We got all the sites open and live. So if anybody's got any questions, let's send them now.
I did see on LinkedIn someone asking how to schedule a annual mortgage review.
Oh, okay, cool. And who asked that question?
On LinkedIn, we have Sean.
Sean from LinkedIn. He said, how can we get scheduled on a annual mortgage review? Pretty simple. Literally just DM me, call me, or send me a message here on LinkedIn. And I would love to do one for you right now, today, even if you want. And how you do it is you just reach out and then put it on the calendar. And then we would set it up literally every single year, right? Because I plan on being here for a lot of years. So just literally reach out. We'll schedule a call, and then we can do everything from the phone. That's the best part. That's how we do it. We got any other questions on any of the other platforms? Somebody's got to have some questions on this. These are big nuggets I dropped.
Are you seeing any on TikTok?
Nope, none on TikTok right now. I'm just scrolling through here.
So to check Instagram, that's the last one.
Okay. Hey, Benjamin. Hey, Mike. Hey, Robert. I know the topic was, hey, Charles. Hey, Erica. Anybody got any questions on maintaining a house and or what you can expect after you buy a house? Even drop a few questions if you have any fears or if you've heard something and you were curious. You know, I bought the house now. I'm in the house. Could anything come up on my mortgage? Any questions like that, right? That's kind of what today's topic is about. Hey, Eric. Getting a bunch of Snapchats coming in. Beautiful sunny day in Bismarck, North Dakota. That's where I live. But I'll post this because I think if a lot of people didn't ask questions and or some people that didn't get to see this, I want to make sure that this video gets out there on the web. So I'm going to put it on all my 6 platforms, and we are going to be going live every single Wednesday. At least our goal will be is to hit that 99% of the time wherever I'm at in this beautiful world. But I'll let it go maybe another minute here, and if we don't have any more questions, thanks for everybody that did tune in, and I will be available all day. Any other questions that you see, Matt, that got asked?
Just checking them all one more time. I don't see any new ones here.
All right.
I'm not seeing any.
Okay, all right, everybody. Well, I will log off. Glad we got to chat about this, but we will see you next week. And feel free to ask me any questions in my DMs. Have a good day, y'all. Peace.